Jump in my 6'4" and let the top dine. Trunk hitting hard when I swing through H-time. Cup full of oil and an orange kush sweet. Cause this is how we do it in that 713. My candy red paint cocked up on foe. Shocking and body rocking cause the south side ho. DJ Screw got me falling asleep. This is how we do it in that 713.
Welcome to Sports with Balls. Here are your hosts, Jeff Michael, Lauren Leal, and Grant Miles.
Welcome into Sports with Balls, everybody. It is raining in Houston, and Grant doesn't like it.
Yeah, Grant's pissed off about the rain, y'all.
I am. Get on my soapbox about
Remember Milli Vanilli? Blame it on the rain.
I do. Do you know Milli Vanilli?
Did you know Milli Vanilli?
I was just going to act like I did, though.
You really
for
don't?
asking me.
No, for real. You really don't know who Milli Vanilli is?
Maybe I've heard of a song. I don't know.
Oh, dude. Blame it on the
That's a
rain.
shame.
Milli Vanilli.
Oh, no. Rain and Whiskey and Rain is so much better.
Huh?
What?
What was that?
Okay.
You know, Michael Ray is so much better. Oh, look.
Who's Michael Ray?
Welcome into Sports with Balls, everybody. We're
at Chris's Tailgate over here,
Right.
2000 Bagby in Midtown, man. Welcome in. Food. We just got the quesadillas here, and those things are bomb.
Who's we?
Me and Johnny. Well,
Okay,
Johnny
there you
got
go.
Johnny got it at
There you
8-1. So yeah, sitting down here at Chris's Tailgate on Bagby in Midtown, man. Yeah, rainy evening in Houston, but we're gonna make the best of it over here. Myself, Jeff Michael, Lauren Leal, Grant Miles. Welcome into Sports with Balls.
That's me.
We got a hell of a show.
It is June 21st. Happy birthday, Hakeem Olajuwon.
It's June? Damn,
January. Did I say June?
We jumped quick.
Whoa!
Did I say June?
2021's
Oh, it's been a
going
long day. So
fast.
sorry, guys. But it's the J. I got the J. Hey, Chris Luna. Hey, Kevin Anthony. Let's go. It's Happy Thursday. It's almost the weekend. It is almost time to see who's going to make it to the Super Bowl.
Also, I want to thank my boy Reckless, man. The opening song that we got, Reckless, the 713 salute, man. Thank you for getting that out for us, man. We always jam out to that song. But yeah, welcome in. This show brought to you by Smarter Mortgage. Call David Carrier. Smarter.
I know.
That
was cool.
Work harder or smarter?
I got to slow down on the Red Bull. Call David Carrier at 281-650-0648. Mention SWB. Get a free quote ASAP. Call today to secure tomorrow. That's David Carrier at Smarter Mortgage.
That's not Jeff Michael. That's right.
No, I would never work for a mortgage company.
No.
Damn, that was a hot take. Why not?
I know.
What mortgage companies do to you, man?
Well, it doesn't mortgage companies loan money. I mean, I would just look and tell them, no, we ain't doing it. Not today.
So you wouldn't get a whole lot of mortgages
No,
out
that's
there.
why I said I'm not working for a mortgage company.
But I mean, you said that like a mortgage company did something to you. Like you were like, mortgage companies, no way.
I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for that comment. Happy June. Well, I was going to say, I had to take my headphones off correctly. We are over the speakers now. Legit.
And on the
And on the screen.
Wait till
TV.
Greg gets his .com in.
That'll be dope.
Oh, yeah.
All right, y'all, let's get to some sports. We got a lot to go over today. So let's get to What's Hot with Lauren Leal, brought to you by Joe Applewhite Realty, 713-291-5270. What's hot today, Lauren?
All right. We are starting it off with defending Super Bowl champion quarterback Patrick Mahomes' status. Andy Reid told local reporters that he moved around, felt and looked good in practice today. He played most of his snaps, but Mahomes is still under concussion protocol this week after he was tackled in the head/neck injury by the Cleveland Browns last week in the divisional round of the playoffs. He must clear NFL's 5-step protocol, which includes a pass from an independent neurologist in order to play Sunday. So we'll see if he gets out there. And, of course, later on in the show.
He's going to get out there. He's already trending. He's trending in the right direction. There's no possible way that you're going to have Pat Mahomes not play this game. The NFL wants it. Did you see Colin Cowherd say that they should move the game if Mahomes, if Mahomes wasn't ready?
Thoughts?
Inconceivable.
Yeah.
I understand
Good one,
I
Johnny.
understand the reason why he says that. I mean, just like anybody, whenever you watch football, you want all the best guys to be playing.
Yeah,
you want to see legit. Like, you don't want to have a situation like happened in the NBA Finals, where the Toronto Raptors won the finals is like, well, if Golden State had all their players, they would have won. Like, you don't like to have those conversations.
Yeah.
So you like to know that everybody can play, everybody's out there, everyone's competing exactly at the level they're supposed to, and you see who wins. So I can understand
You know,
that.
that's a conversation that we've had on here a lot with you specifically, Grant. You're like, I want to see the best core. I want to see like the different cores go up against each other.
Well, yeah,
for
I mean,
sure.
so that way, well, now it makes great debate, like the Golden State Warrior Raptors series. That makes great debate, like who would have won that if they had all their players. But, you like to see everybody's best out there. Absolutely.
All right, we're going to get into that game a little bit later on. But next in What's Hot, we're going to Phillip Rivers' retirement. So he has played his last snap after 17 seasons, 16 with the Chargers, lastly with the Colts. He's 39 years old and career ranked 5th all-time with 63,440 passing yards and 421 touchdowns. You know what that means, y'all?
What?
Another quarterback position is open.
There's enough coming out of the draft today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
not today.
For the
this year.
Colts.
Well, I'll say this. He's 39, but I think you add some years when you have, like, over 5 kids.
That's,
And that cat's
Dude.
got, like, 10 of them. How many kids does
No,
that
I think
dude
he has
have?
9.
He has
8
a
or
lot
9.
of kids.
8 or 9.
So, like, you got to add at least, a year for every kid? I mean, kids add life. They add years
how many
to your
kids
life.
does Tom Brady have?
I have no idea.
I got a question for
I think 3.
for you guys. Like so obviously I would think that Phillip Rivers is going to the Hall of Fame, right? Even though never played in the Super Bowl, I mean all of his accolades are stat driven, but no rings, no conference championship rings, division championship rings. Who's better? Who deserves to go in the Hall of Fame first? Phillip Rivers or Eli Manning?
That's
Man,
hard.
That's a good question.
I would have to dig deeper, but at first thought, I would go with Manning.
Well, of course, Johnny's all about that. You see Johnny put his hand up? Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think having one, I don't necessarily think is a terrific barometer. Trent Dilfer, knock on Trent Dilfer, whatever. He's got a Super Bowl. Joe Flacco has a Super Bowl. Eli has 2 of them.
Yeah, he's got 2.
And so I think that kind of elevates you a little bit. Phillip Rivers, though, I would be curious to know. Unfortunately for Phillip Rivers, he really didn't play on great teams in his career. He played on a couple really good teams, but,
Everyone in our comments have said Eli.
Yeah, I think just based on the Super Bowl, playoffs, all that, I would say you would put Eli. But just so you know, Pro Football Reference, they have a kind of like a Hall of Fame monitor. Average Hall of Fame QB, their rating is 101.39. They have Phillip Rivers at 97.64.
Huh. Well, I mean, yeah,
So
I
he's
think
close.
Eli too. But that's something to get in.
All right, good question there, Jeff. Next, we're moving
That
to...
was, man. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
that
I
was
don't
good.
get much of those from Grant, so I'm going to take that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm proud of you, man.
Next, we're going to... Ooh, it hits me, and I know it does Jeff too, and the heart. No more dingers for Springer in Houston. George Springer has signed with the Toronto Blue Jays on Wednesday. The star outfielder signed a 6-year club record deal of $150 million. The Astros' best leadoff hitter, and many argue that he's the reason the Astros got the title and got to the title in 2017. What do you make of that, Jeff? Do you think he is the reason their World Series champs?
No. There was a lot of things that happened in that series. He was a huge part of that World Series run. Astros were amazing that year.
MVP.
And George was amazing, but we all knew that George was leaving. We did. There wasn't a thought in my mind that George Springer was staying here. We knew he was.
I hate seeing the picture. It hurts.
But I mean, honestly, congratulations to George. He gave us a ton of memories. He played his heart out here. 6 years, 150. I mean, he got $150 million, so good for him. And we just signed the guy out of the Dominican Republic. He's amazing, and he's supposed
You're high
to
on
be.
that dude, man.
He's supposed to be the next George Springer, or whatever. So we'll see how it comes out.
Someone you're not high on, though, I just have to throw in there is the catcher that was signed back today. Jason Castro.
Well, I mean, we signed Castro today for basically to coach.
He's on the field with them.
You on the team now?
Yeah.
What's up, Bregman? Got it signed by Breggy over here.
Okay. All right.
We'll see.
Can respect that.
I'll
George
save
Springer
some of that
out
for the
to
end.
Toronto, and you got some other guys that you want to talk about on this Astros team.
Oh, by the way, the hats up front are Construction Concepts hats. You guys can get those. I'll have to get with Mark on that, but those hats are dope. We will have our merchandise out soon. You get SWB hats pretty soon. That'll be cool.
Ooh, I'm so ready for that merch.
Wait for Super Bowl.
What color? Can I get a pink one?
What? Look at Grant.
No.
Grant
That
is
would
not
be
having.
terrible.
By the way, Grant
That'd be
is not
terrible.
having any of this today. He's just been like,
No,
screw you. He
I'm
put a
into-
napkin in front of my face earlier.
And you, wow, that's
In front of my computer.
That's exaggeration right there. So here's the question I'll ask about Springer. Do you think that contract he got is about what he's worth? Do you think it's overpaid, or do you think he's underpaid? That's the question.
I think he's worth it.
I mean, that's a $25 million a year
You
average.
got, I mean, so the Astros were loaded pretty much the entire time that we've had Springer, right? So he was
Yeah.
protected, but like they had to pitch to him. Right behind him was either Altuve, Bregman, Correa. So you had to be pitched to, and that helps out your average, your home runs, all that a ton. I mean, we'll see. That's a great question. I mean, we'll see how he does in Toronto if he's protected as much as he was, playing for the Astros.
I think that's just kind of what you expect. I mean, to be honest, the dude's 31 years old, probably going to be 32 next season. So you're getting 32-year-old at $25 million a year. Like you said, it depends. But, hey, don't forget, on that lineup, you've got Vlad Guerrero Jr., you got Biggio's son on that. Toronto Blue Jays are a good team.
Yes, they are.
And he's going to be a good addition for them. And
They almost stole another Astro that we're
They
going to
did.
get into in a little bit.
Yep. We're going to get into that later on. But the last What's Hot is going to be one of Jeff's favorites. So Saturday, January 23rd, Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier take the ring for one of the most anticipated rematches in UFC history. The two first faced off in 2014, and which is said they are both completely different fighters today. What are your thoughts on this?
Anytime McGregor fights, I love it. This guy, not only is he a great fighter, but you talk about marketing. This guy is a genius when it comes to marketing. I don't think this is actually a good fight for him. I think it'll be. I mean, what did he beat? He beat Cowboy in 17 seconds or something like his last fight. And he just came out, for somebody that was retired, he just came out and said he wants to fight 7 times in the next 18 months.
well, like you said, to your point, he's a great marketer. So that's why when you say, I'm retired, I'm done, then you come back and he's coming out of retirement and, all that garbage. So.
And then
Exactly. Yeah.
And he's going after Pacquiao.
Yep.
He actually wants a boxing title, which I mean,
Dumb.
he's a striker. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he can hang in a boxing ring with Manny Pacquiao.
Hell no.
That's insane.
Hell no. It'd be interesting to watch, but
Well,
I don't think that's going to happen.
Look, I mean, he's going to end up with $400 or $500 million when this is all done.
Jeez.
Wow.
I guess
Wow.
I guess I'd do that too.
Yeah, might as well. 7 fights in the next 18 months.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that wraps up our What's Hot. And before we get into the NFL this weekend, it's going to be so exciting on Sunday's matchups. I'm kind of sad that we're getting down to the wire here.
Yeah, I know.
It's been fun talking football.
Yeah.
It really has.
Well, and NFL this year has been pretty much the most normal, as far as the schedule, and it's had some hiccups here or there, but just like we said, I think when the season started, the NFL is going to make this work. Like the NFL is like, come hell or high water, this is going to happen, and they made it happen.
Well, I mean, in comparison to the NBA, who had the bubble, and then you have MLB, where they just had games canceled left and right, and players going down with COVID. So you are right on the money, Grant
Yeah, well,
Miles.
As always.
Before we get into more sponsors, we want to tell y'all we're sitting over here at 2000 Bagby, Midtown at Christian's Tailgate. They have a college night tonight, and apparently there's a frat party here later.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What frat is it?
I might stay. I'm
What
just
frat
kidding.
is it?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Oh, listen to
Yeah,
Lauren.
Lauren's like,
Are you
"Ooh,
going?
who is it?"
Are you
Lauren,
going back? Are you
what
going back
frat?
to college, Jeff?
I'm going to stay.
I mean,
Depending upon the frat.
I need to go change, but I'll come back with my jeans.
What do you need to
know.
go change for?
What? I'm about to say. What do you mean? Oh, do you like in frat gear,
I wonder if I stayed, how many
like
shots I would.
chubbies or something?
I do a bunch of shots.
No, it needs to change into his college hookup gear.
I gotta put my. Just college hookup gear.
What
is
did you
that?
wear in
I don't know.
college?
Why would you change?
Hat on backwards, T-shirt, whatever. Some funny.
How is that different?
Some funny
Grant-
T-shirt.
I guess I'm dressed for it.
Grant's ready. You're
Except
good.
I don't have a T-shirt.
No
It's
dough,
whatever this
no
is, whatever
show.
you call this.
By the way, Joseph,
No
we're not
dough, no
talking
show.
about DW4 today. So that was
Oh, we
on
aren't.
Monday.
I literally had a hot take to take on Deshaun Watson today.
Well, you can
but
bring it
know
up.
what?
We're gonna get into it again.
We can.
You can bring it up.
Why not? Boom. He's going to be in the media until he gets signed somewhere, and then he'll continue to be in the media. So, all right, let's thank some people for making all of this happen. We got to go to Roy Stanton and Hybrid Technologies Group. Whenever it comes to reliability, they're the ones you need. Phone services, cable services, surveillance cameras, all these kinds of things, cloud services included. You need to call them and they will take care of you. Call them at 832-336-1201, and that is Hybrid Technologies Group. Call Roy Stanton, mention Sports with Balls, get your percentage off. Boom, baby.
Glad you finished that.
Off to you. Grant
It's
has
my
been
turn.
giving it to me.
Let's
It's
go.
my turn.
Let's go.
It's my turn. Construction Concepts. I want to thank those guys, Mark and Josh. They are, as I like to say, building shit around Houston and everywhere. Construction Concepts is changing corporate culture one design at a time, from hospitality, corporate, luxury retail, and medical facilities. Their team of experts can update or create a space that exceeds your expectations. Give them a call at 713-589-2682. That's buildithouston.com.
You're welcome, people in here.
Yeah, man, that's the old Howard Stern movie.
That's a great scene. That's a great scene. I love that.
We'll get back to the not rated R stuff.
That's not rated R. It's PG-13.
Chris, of course I'll text you, man. That's my cousin. Congratulations to him and his wife. Today's
Well, you can't
congratulations.
say congratulations
I know,
and
what are we
not say exactly
congratulating
what it
him
is.
for?
What are we congratulating him for?
I think
Yeah.
they just had their anniversary. He just got married a year or two ago. I don't know. Chris, tell me. I forget because he lives out somewhere. I gotta go.
You don't even know what you're saying. Congratulations,
man,
for.
that's my boy right there. Yeah, what's up, man? I don't really know a whole lot about him.
That's not true. That's not true at all. But today is my stepfather's birthday, so happy birthday to Gary. Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, Gary.
In Florida.
Happy birthday, Gary.
Just got back from the.
Meow.
Did you just meow? Are you for real? Why'd you do that?
My mom's gonna get pissed.
Jeez. You really did that, didn't you? You meowed.
Okay.
That's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. You just meowed. I've seen everything.
Gary-
It was their 2-year anniversary.
Hold on. What does Gary have to do with the cat?
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta go.
This is weird. Hold on. I got to figure this out. What is this? What are you doing? What does Gary have to do with a cat?
Stop the Red Bull.
Wow.
Let's get to the.
goes on SpongeBob. He's just
I got you. Okay. I'm with you now.
Wow.
All right.
You
Okay.
did a SpongeBob reference?
Yeah. Wow. All right.
SpongeBob is the kids of the 90s. Come on.
Wow. It's still
All right.
going on.
I feel bad for the
2000s.
kids in the 90s.
It's funny, dude. It's funny.
Now
All
now
right.
that makes sense.
Breaking
Okay.
Up was
I'm with
easy
you now.
in the
I'm with you now.
90s.
I'm with you
Have you
now.
heard that song?
What's that?
Breaking Up was
80s in
easy.
the 90s?
No, breaking up was easy in the 90s. Tired of getting drunk.
I feel
Tired
like
of
that's a
being-
new song,
I
right?
Yeah,
haven't
Sam
yet.
Hunt.
Yes, yes.
It's dope.
I can't stand Sam Hunt.
Well,
but,
We've
That's
gone
good.
from-
Sorry.
We've
all
gone
right,
from talking sports to
congratulations, 2-year
SpongeBob, and now we're
anniversary
talking
to
about
Chris
music.
Luna.
Yeah.
Yes,
Congratulations
Chris Luna.
to Chris and Gary. Happy birthday.
And Jeff
Golly.
don't know anything about you, but congratulations.
Good friend.
Yes.
I'm
All
done.
right.
I'm done with y'all. Let's get to some sports, things that I do know about.
All right, so Super Bowl teams will be determined this weekend after the games on Sunday. We got the Bucks versus the Packers at 2:05 and the Bills versus the Chiefs at 5:40 p.m. We'll start with earlier in the day, of course, the NFC Championship game, the Bucks versus the Packers. Now, this is their fourth time to compete against one another since starting quarterbacks. We're talking about Brady and Aaron Rodgers but it's the first time for them to ever face each other in the playoffs.
Okay.
Tampa beat Green Bay in October 38-10, and that was in Florida. Obviously, this is in I'll go say New England. This is in Green Bay. So the Bucks are on a franchise record of 7 straight road wins. If they win Sunday, there will be playoff for Tampa for the first time since 2002. Brady has 6 Super Bowl rings, right? Aaron Rodgers only has 1.
yeah.
I say boo-hoo. But the Packers won that one in 2010, and that's one that Rodgers has. So does Rodgers need the Super Bowl more than Brady?
Well, yeah. Rodgers wants it more than Brady, and Rodgers will probably get it, in my opinion. This is going to be a hell of a game. No matter who wins this weekend, we're going to have a great Super Bowl. All 4 teams are incredible.
Yes.
So no matter who wins.
Offensively, yeah.
Yeah, offensively. And, I forgot to tell you that I have to correct myself Grant, and I forgot to tell you last show that you were right. I was
You know
wrong.
what's funny about that? I was driving home, and I was driving home, and I said, you know what?
He never
I was
said it.
ready for it.
And
Jeff didn't. Remember how Jeff said, I'm going to say that Grant was right, I was wrong,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, dude, I can't wait for it. And we left, and I never heard it. So be quiet. He's going to say it.
About what?
We'll find out.
Oh, okay.
Defense wins championships.
Right.
I'm wrong. Because that is not the case anymore. Defense does not win championships anymore. All these teams, all offensive-minded. Offense just blows things out of the water in the NBA and NFL. It's just swift. It's just shifted now. Now it's about outscoring. It's not holding teams anymore. It's about outscoring, and these teams are all just offensive. Look at the defensive teams. They're gone.
Are you really going to say that? That's how the Bills won last week.
No, they didn't. Their defense wasn't that great at all.
They
Philip
both
Rivers
held each other to 3 points at halftime.
Philip Rivers went off for 350 yards and had 170. They had 160 yards
Obviously,
rushing.
they weren't great on offense, but why? Because the defense.
So, I'm just saying, offense wins championships now. That is right.
He's completely lost his mind.
Thank you, Johnny.
Johnny's added some stuff.
I
He's
know.
wanting
This
to play
is
around a
great.
little
This
bit.
is
I
great.
like it.
The
I
thing
like
is,
it.
okay.
Do the Bucks have a great defense? No. Packers? No. Bills? No. Chiefs? Hell no.
I'm saying that here's another look to it. Okay, all of the new head coaches
Are offensive-minded
are
coaches.
defensive-minded coaches.
No, they're all offensive geniuses. They're young offensive geniuses, all of them.
Most of the head coachings that are signed are defensive.
Well,
Look
the
at
o-
Robert
the-
Saleh.
Well, defense there. You got Staley, who was just hired by the Chargers.
Okay.
Defensive. Other than that, I'm just trying to think of the other head coaches that have just recently been hired. And for the most part, they're either – I tell you what, where the league's going is special teams coaches, because you got John Harbaugh in Baltimore. You got the New York Giants that just got special teams head coach hired. So, it's not just offense and defense. But, yes, typically head coaches are more on the offensive side than they are on the defensive side.
I'm saying that the teams that are left in, it's offensive-minded. But let's get to the games.
Yes, correct,
Let's get it to it.
All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's do
The
it.
Bucks. So we're getting to the Buck-Packers game. 71% of the Packers plays last week were all motion plays, and it's crazy. 71% people in motion. They're the most balanced. Remember, I told you the most balanced team left. 37 passes and 32 runs. In today's NFL, that's ridiculous to have it that even.
Well, they were pretty even last week. I think I had said they had, I think, against the Rams, which is supposed to be like the best defense, to your point, the best defense in the league on the rushing against the pass. They gave up, I think it was like 180 yards rushing to the Packers, gave up over 300 yards passing. So
Yeah.
it was like a grand total yards of 484 yards against the Rams. So, yeah, Green Bay, I think, the thing I think about is not necessarily who's best as far as on defense or offense. Like, to his point, I think it's better who's best on the balance side. You want to have an average, I think at this point you want to have an average defense that bend but don't break and a great offense. If you can have those, because that's pretty much what we have now in the playoffs, are the teams that are left are average when it comes to defensive side of the football, average to below average, but excel way above average on the offensive side.
Since we've gotten to coaching minds, who has the advantage here? And Jeff, you mentioned how Matt LaFleur has been kind of slept on. The media hasn't talked about his coaching, and you're surprised on that all this season. What do you think the matchup is here between Bruce Arians and Matt LaFleur?
Well, it's Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, really, because Bruce Arians has given full control to Tom Brady.
Right,
He calls
yeah.
all the plays. He basically runs that entire team. And from what I'm seeing so far, Aaron Rodgers, man, right now he's in a zone as far as seeing matchups, right? He can break the defense down before the plays. He's smiling and laughing before he throws a touchdown. That is just unheard of. And Brady gets frustrated. If they can put pressure on Brady to get him frustrated, as usual, then they're going to win, because I don't know if Tampa Bay can run the football. If Tampa Bay can run the football, they have a good chance of winning this game. But lately, Fournette and I forgot the other guy's name, the rookie. Jones. They haven't been able to do anything. So if Tampa Bay can run the football, they're gonna have a chance. But other than that, Green Bay is in a zone. They are playing phenomenal football right now, and it's in Lambeau. And Aaron Rodgers, this might be your last shot. So get it done.
Well, to your point with the question you're asking, I think one of the problems that you have for Matt LaFleur, which is why he probably doesn't get as much credit as he deserves, is, which I think kind of happened the same way with Mike McCarthy. You got Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. So, I mean, it's kind of looked upon as like, okay, you got like one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. Like, of course you're going to be good. So, but I mean, Matt LaFleur, 2 years, he's been to 2 conference championships. That's a hell of a way to start your coaching career.
That guy's good.
So, to him, the credit of what he's able to do with Aaron Rodgers and that team. But yes, I mean, if you just go quarterback to quarterback, I mean, I just feel like Aaron Rodgers, to Jeff's point, he's more on a roll right now. He's a little bit hotter, but you've got the first and the third ranked team as far as points scored in the league right now playing up against each other, so it's going to be high scoring.
What is the line on this one?
I knew you were going to ask me that question, and I just had the other one up because you were talking about the other game.
2.5?
Damn it, I went to the other one.
But I'll give you a comparison. Matt LaFleur is like the Phil Jackson of the NFL at this point, like right now. Like he's just standing back and he's just managing these personalities and he's doing an incredible job of it. Like because you don't see this drama anymore between anybody. They're just playing football, all playing team football, all playing together. You've got a star running back, star wide receiver, and star quarterback, your top 3, and they're all getting along. And that's crazy.
Well, and when you're winning, everybody's happy. That's the other thing too. I mean that
For sure.
that of course makes it where everybody's harmonious, gets along. You go in the locker room, life's great and grand and all that stuff. So that has a lot to do with it. But so you got over and under in that game of 51.5, and you got Green Bay favored -3.5.
Whew, that moved up. It was 2.5. I'm taking Green Bay -3.5. I mean, that's basically a tie game. You get 3 points, obviously, for at home. So they're basically saying they're going to win by a half a point. They expect a close game. I kind of don't.
Vincent said Bucks. Rodgers is a system quarterback, and Brady is not.
That does. Okay, so hold on. So Aaron Rodgers. So that point was Aaron Rodgers is a system quarterback, and Tom Brady's not.
Yes.
Okay, I'd have to 100% disagree.
Me
with
too.
that.
100.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
If that's the case, if he's a
Johnny
system,
lips that one too.
Johnny.
if he's a systems quarterback, then the 2 systems he's had in his career, he's been really, really good at.
I think.
Do you know what I mean?
I
That doesn't.
I think if he was a system quarterback, he wouldn't have got the Bucks where they are.
No,
right?
we're talking about
Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay.
I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers.
No, I thought you were talking about Brady.
Well,
He
it's the
says
same
Rodgers
thing.
is a system quarterback, and Brady isn't.
No, I mean, look, they're completely different head coaches.
Yes.
You know, his last 3 head coaches completely different.
Yes.
Rodgers just needs to feel comfortable. And right now, Aaron Rodgers feels really comfortable.
Yes.
And he is firing on all cylinders, like literally laughing when he goes up to the line, like, this is a touchdown.
Right.
Like, and then he touchdown. I mean, I think he's on fire. I take Tampa Bay minus the 3.5.
Yeah, I would probably go. Oh, so you no. It's
I mean, not
Green
Tampa Bay.
minus
Green Bay.
3.5.
I take Green Bay minus 3.5.
Green Bay minus
I'm Green Bay
3.5.
all the way.
Well, the thing that's the most amazing to me, which we keep talking about every time playoffs come around, how great he is, but this is the 14th time Tom Brady's going to play in a conference championship.
Oh my
14.
goodness!
Golly.
Of course, 13 in the AFC, and then now you got 1 in the AFC. So that's
Does it ever get old?
for Tom Brady. Obviously, it doesn't. He loves it. I mean, he loves doing this. So that's the thing about it. You're thinking of in terms of Aaron Rodgers has been to conference championship a lot. He's been to 1 Super Bowl. Tom Brady's been to a conference championship a lot, and he's been to a lot of Super Bowls. So if you're just talking about in terms of quarterback versus quarterback, which is not really what it's about, it's quarterback versus defense. But if you're just talking about quarterback on quarterback, who do you have the most faith in?
Tom Brady.
In a championship game, conference championship game.
Well, obviously, when you're looking at the stats and you look at the past, you look at Tom Brady.
Correct. You look at Tom Brady.
So you're going Bucks?
I mean, it's hard not to. At this point, I would probably say yes. I would probably go Tampa Bay plus the 3.5.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going Green Bay minus 3.5.
And
We all know that me and Grant lose, so Lauren.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, one of y'all's got to win here.
I just say that because I'm putting too much faith in Tom Brady and just his way he performs in the playoffs. But
you put a lot of faith in Baltimore as well.
That dude's. I put a lot of faith in Lamar Jackson, and obviously I was wrong. But I mean, when you compare Lamar Jackson's resume and Tom Brady's resume, I mean,
it's a little different.
Going with Tom Brady's resume is not going to be
Tom
crazy.
Brady is fired up for this one because he, wants to prove that he can do it outside of New England.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's his motivation.
This is when it comes back into the circle of Brady versus Belichick.
Yeah, and that's we'll see what happens because that's going to be a discussion for coming up to the Super Bowl. You know, who wins this game we're going to discuss it. We have 2 weeks before the Super Bowl from Sunday, and lots of talk after that one. But I'm going Packers.
Well, and the
All
other thing
right.
also I will say to Jeff's point in relation to Green Bay, which kind of makes you want to go Green Bay, is Green Bay's, like you said, the most balanced.
Yeah.
As far as on offense. Their defense is pretty balanced as well. They're the 9th-ranked team in the league as far as passing yards per game, 8th rushing yards per game. And then on the other side, you got Tampa Bay 2nd in the league in passing yards per game and 28th in rushing. I mean, that's a huge discrepancy.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Tampa Bay won last week. They ran the football. They ran it for, between the two running backs, it was about almost exactly the same, 130 yards.
Woo! Gonna be fun.
All right.
Next.
Woo! I mean, speaking of that too, I have Green Bay has a league low of 11 turnovers this season, while the Bucks scored off 5 takeaways during their 2 playoff games. So
They're pretty evenly
can-
matched when it comes to the takeaway part of it. Absolutely. But just so you know, Green Bay's 10-5-1 against the spread this year.
Boom.
all right, so we're gonna go to Sunday night at 5:40. We got the Bills versus the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. We brought it up earlier with Patrick Mahomes. That'll be a later time decision. Jeff thinks that he's going to be in the game.
Yep.
So the Bills head to Kansas City for the first AFC game since 1994. AFC game title since 1994. Chiefs look to face, like I said, with or without Patrick Mahomes. Chad Henne, we may see some of him, counting on Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. Buffalo is ranked 20th in run defense, allowing nearly 108 yards per game. In the regular season, though, the Bills are number 2 in offense in yards and in scoring.
Again, to my point.
Is the determining factor for the Bills going to be Patrick Mahomes on the field or not?
Mahomes will be there for sure, and look, the Chiefs are going to do what the Chiefs do. Right, they're gonna do exactly what they do. Philip Rivers had over 300 yards on them. They had over 140 yards rushing. Indianapolis did against the Bills defense. They're not that good. This game is going to be decided by Josh Allen. Mm-hmm. It's what he does. Is he going to come out firing away? Because they did not call a run play until 21 plays into the game last week. Not one. So if Josh Allen can come out,
and that's saying a lot with how windy it was. Well.
With Josh Allen, it's up to him, and I just don't. I love the guy. I think the Bills have found their quarterback. And by the way, we're sitting at Christian's Tailgate. This is where the Bills Mafia does their games from, and it is. I was here 2 weeks ago. It is nuts.
Well,
I mean,
that's cool, man.
I believe it.
Crazy. Like,
That's
I mean,
cool.
you can't. It's just Bills. I mean, it's unbelievable. So it's this place.
And
Christian's,
you are wearing
Christian's
royal
Tailgate.
blue, too.
I was fitting in, but that was from Memphis, not the Bills.
But he told people it's for the Bills.
But
though.
anyways, I just think Josh Allen is This is a big situation for him. I think the Bills are going to get out and get things done, but there's no way they're beating the Kansas City Chiefs if Pat Mahomes is healthy.
Well, you mentioned Josh Allen being the longtime quarterback, and that was going to be my question, is if he does win this game, is he their franchise quarterback? Will he be Buffalo's guy?
He's already their guy. But the problem with Buffalo is they don't run the ball, and they don't run it well. And when you get into games like this and situations like this, you have to run the ball well, especially against Kansas City Chiefs. We're probably going to put up a good amount of points. You're going to have to keep Pat Mahomes off the field, and that consists of running the football. And if you can't run the football, you're going to be in trouble with Kansas City.
One of the things that Buffalo has on their side, well, just so everybody knows before y'all ask the question, currently the over and under is 54, and it's Chiefs -3. And I'd be curious to know, once they make a decision on Pat, I say that like I know him.
Yeah.
Pat.
And he doesn't like that. He actually likes to be called Patrick.
Oh, well.
That's my dad's name.
That's awesome. Patrick. Okay, sorry,
Gary.
Mr. Mahomes.
Meow. Meow. Gary and Patrick.
It doesn't
Gary
have,
and Patrick.
it doesn't
How
have-
perfect is that?
It doesn't have the same.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't have the same thing when you
But
do
they're
it.
I know it
SpongeBob. They're
doesn't.
both
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Who?
No, I just
Gary
thought-
and Patrick.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
What? How
What
did
are
we
we
get to
doing?
SpongeBob?
I have no idea. I don't know.
SpongeBob Day on
My
Sports
kids would
with
love this
Balls.
show. What was I doing? Jesus Christ.
Buffalo
Okay,
Bills.
yes.
Thing you were
Okay,
gonna say.
so
I was asking about the franchise quarterback if Josh Allen shows out. I've asked him if he's proven himself week in week after winning and winning, and if he does win this weekend and go to the Super Bowl, regardless if they win the Super Bowl,
Whoa.
will he be the franchise quarterback?
Whoa.
There you go.
Back to sports.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeez.
Wicka whack.
Well,
Lauren
yeah.
out.
I mean, I think when you get the Buffalo Bills to the conference championship, you're their quarterback until you don't want to be anymore.
I mean, 1994 was their last title game.
So, I mean, he's going to be their franchise quarterback for however long he wants to be there.
Josh Allen is going to be NFL franchise for a while. I mean,
Correct,
if he keeps where he's at, I mean, sponsorships, everything. He's going to be one of the faces of these young quarterbacks that's out there. Josh Allen's amazing. This game right here might be a little too much pressure for him, and he might not have the run game for it. And this is assuming that Kansas City's hitting on all cylinders. Right, so we'll see. We'll see what Josh Allen does. It's a huge. I mean, this is huge.
I love this matchup.
A lot of pressure.
I really do love this matchup, and we've brought it up over and over again, like we did at the beginning of the show. I would love to see Patrick Mahomes out there because you're going great against great.
Yeah, absolutely.
John Floyd brought up Stefon Diggs, and he's going to be a big factor in this game. We'll see. How he does. Like I said, they throw the ball, and they're going to have to throw it around. But if they can't run. Both these games are just going to be. I can't wait for Sunday. I just can't.
What I was going into before you started talking about SpongeBob is the thing that Buffalo has going for him is the teams that do really well against Kansas City can score touchdowns. Like going down and kicking a field goal doesn't work. Going down and Buffalo scores points. They are the second highest scoring team this season.
Right.
Kansas City was 6th. So they actually average more points scored per game than Kansas City did this season. And that's what Buffalo can do. They can score points, and that's what's going to help them against Kansas City. To Jeff's point again, when Josh Allen is your only running option, you're going to have a tough time. And that dude I looked it up, 37 passes he threw last week. Completed a good percentage, but only barely had over 200 yards.
Yeah.
That's not a recipe for success against the Chiefs. They're going to have to get out and score points a lot better than they did last week against Buffalo because that game against Baltimore was boring.
Yeah,
that was a boring football game.
Terrible football game.
As far as points scored, that was a boring game.
Buffalo's defense, though, is number 1 in the red zone. So, but Kansas City can score from far away, as you know.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting. Both these games are going to be fantastic. I will be sitting at my house in my garage in my man cave on Saturday night for the McGregor fight, and then all day Sunday I'll be sitting there.
One of the things that's exciting.
What is the line at?
What's that?
What is the line at?
Just rewind like 2 minutes, and you'll find out because I said it 2 minutes ago.
Thanks, Grant. Sorry, I didn't hear it.
It's -3. -3
again?
Minus
Both?
3.
Both
Yeah,
games
both
are -3?
No, 3.5 is
3.5 on the other one. This one -3.
Okay.
The thing that's really good about these games this weekend is you do have, for the most part, you have the 2 best teams in both conferences.
Yes.
That were this season. Well, other than on the NFC side.
We're going to get a good Super Bowl.
But it's going to be, they're evenly matched. They are, evenly distributed as far as what their strength is, what their weaknesses are. I mean, it's going to be really fun.
Do you want to see Rodgers versus Mahomes or Rodgers versus Allen? You.
Or
like we said, we know
Brady versus Mahomes or Brady versus
Well, that's right. You chose
Allen.
the Bucs.
Yes, I chose the Bucs.
You chose the Packers.
Yes, I chose Packers. I want to see Rodgers versus Mahomes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the NFL wants to see that too, right? I mean, if as far as ratings wise, I mean, any game's going to be good, but the more hyped game would be Rodgers, like Green Bay, Kansas City. That would be a phenomenal Super Bowl.
I just think it's so crazy how the 49ers are so far out of this conversation, and it was like, obviously they were the 2 in the Super Bowl last year. It's just weird to me. But,
what?
The
49ers?
Yeah,
they're so far
out
of this conversation.
Yeah.
I say it's weird how 1 year and
all
of
of
them
them
get hurt. That's
all
what
right. I didn't know where you were going with that. I had to catch up. I'm sorry.
Gambling.
See, I ask you about the line, and I'm nice to you whenever I have to explain something.
I have misjudged you.
Join the club. We've got jackets.
Man, Johnny is all over
Johnny
it.
is on it.
I love it.
No New York
Okay,
Giants.
so George Harsh said Buccaneers all the way, and Grant, you chose the Bucs. Would you rather see them play the Chiefs or the Bills?
I'd rather see him play the Bills.
Okay.
Wow, you're going Brady, and you're going Bucks Bills. I'm going
Brady
Packers
versus Allen.
Chiefs.
Complete opposites.
By the way, George Harsh, that boy can throw a football. Like, what's the throw it over the mountain?
Yeah, Johnny paying attention.
That you can-
Yeah,
that
Throw
dude
it
can
on.
chunk a football. He
That-
played.
that's awesome.
He played at
That's
Memorial.
Napoleon Dynamite.
George, congratulations, man. That's a good deal.
Lucky.
It's a good deal. That cat can throw a football. I'd like to know, can Jeff throw a football?
No,
According
And
to
he
his
just said
newspaper
Bills.
clippings,
George
he can.
just said Bills.
according to newspaper clippings. That
Bill.
was
So
a-
yeah,
we'll bring him in one
Well,
day.
and it doesn't necessarily mean that think that they're going to. I would like to see the Bills in the Super Bowl. I just would. I mean, I bet you if you ask the NFL guys, they would much rather prefer seeing the Bills in the Super Bowl than the Chiefs.
Really?
Well, if you ask the NFL guys, because why the Chiefs already have one, why did they get another one, right? And I'm sure Christians here would love the Bills. They have a huge block party, but I think that's pressure, a lot of pressure for Josh Allen, man. I'm going Chiefs and Packers.
But don't you think it's been pressure for him this whole playoffs?
No, I mean once he got past the first round, yes. He didn't have a great game at all, and in fact,
But they won. He didn't have a great game and they won.
But the Colts,
17-3.
the Colts lost that game. The Bills did not win. The Colts lost that game. So I'm not going to give credit to like the Bills running game or Josh Allen going off. No, the Colts just completely destroyed that game. So no, I don't think they're going to beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs are way better than the Colts.
But the other question about it, though, is how healthy, even if he plays, how well do you think Mahomes is going to play? Like, because you know he's not going to play a game. He's going to be 100%.
Yeah, I know. You know Henne is going to be in there.
I mean,
Henne.
he could be 70%, 80%. Like,
70% Mahomes is better than a 100% Phillip Rivers.
but playing against Josh Allen, though,
He didn't do well.
who did?
Josh Allen was terrible last week.
I would love to have my quarterback not play well and make it to the conference championship game.
He did.
I would love to have that.
He was terrible last week. He was. The Colts lost that game. They should have kicked a field goal at the end of the first half. Like,
You talking about the Ravens?
I mean the Ravens. I'm sorry. That game was terrible. Terrible.
Because, well, it was a bad game, but Baltimore's got a great defense. I would say Baltimore has a better defense than Kansas City does.
I meant to say Baltimore lost that game. But, because, I mean, the interception and the touchdown with Lamar Jackson threw 101 yards.
Correct,
like,
yes.
see you later.
Yeah.
But that's their red zone defense. Like, I just think Josh Allen, it's a lot to ask from Kansas City Chiefs, who are no pressure on them. They already won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mahomes, yes, might be a little hurt, but I think he does well.
I guess that's the other question. Who has more pressure on him, Kansas City or Buffalo?
Oh, Buffalo.
Really?
Yeah.
People expect Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl. Nobody expects Buffalo
I'm
to go.
going, like I said, Chiefs, Packers, whatever. You're going the other way. Fine.
Damn.
We
All right.
we didn't get Lauren.
We will see what happens
Fine.
on Sunday.
We didn't get Lauren's picks.
Yeah, what's your picks?
We'll see what happens on Sunday.
That's her thing
Oh,
now.
my God.
That's her deal. You need to drop that. You need to make a drop for that, Johnny.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, that wraps up. Obviously, there's only 2 games this weekend because we are so close. And then, of course, what is following football season? Baseball and the NBA as well. We're looking up right now and at a team that we'll be talking about here in a little bit. Before we go any further into 2021, let's go back and see what happened on January 21st.
This is the first time, by the way, this has happened. This date won't happen in another 1,000 years.
Yeah, 1/21/21.
No, 21st day, the 21st year of the 21st century.
Oh, the 21st century too.
Did not know that.
Good
21,
call.
21, 21.
Excellent.
I forgot what it's called, but a lot of people follow that stuff, man. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people think this is like some weird thing. So
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my
Absolutely.
Wasn't it like
Yeah, that
2012
was
when like
cool.
the Mayan calendar like was supposed to end and they said it was like
I don't know. Tell us
the
about
end
it.
of the world or something?
Tell us about it.
Y'all don't remember that?
No, tell us all about it.
That's
All right,
Jeff's
so
thoughts.
first we want to thank somebody. We want to thank Tosin and Texas AV Productions. Texas
Oh.
AV Productions, they are your event partner for all things live production, setup, designing, installation, corporate events, concerts, and touring support. Basically, you want to put on a badass event?
Call
Texas AV
Tosin.
Productions. Mention Sports with Balls and you will receive a free consultation plus 10% off of your total bill. Call them at 281-241-7520. Check them out online at txavpro.com. They don't get the .com. All right.
we got to come up with something special for Tosin.
Yes.
We will.
Yes. January 21st, that is today. Did you know that? So I'm going to I always talk about good Dallas things. I'll talk about bad Dallas things.
Uh-oh.
January 21st, 1994. Did you know the Dallas Mavericks suffered their 19th straight loss at home at Reunion Arena to the Seattle Supersonics? That extended their NBA record for most consecutive home defeats. It's still the record.
Wow.
19 home losses in a row. back in the day, the Dallas Mavericks sucked.
Yeah, they did. I brought up
They
Luka.
were bad.
I was giving you props on the last show for the Luka stuff. And,
You did. It was fun.
Now you're dogging the Mavericks.
I liked
so
them.
All good.
Hey, I'm a realist, and that was real. They sucked. January
They were bad.
21st.
The uniforms sucked. They sucked.
Oh,
they were terrible.
let's back up on the uniform second thing. Let's back up on uniform second.
Grant does have the jumpsuit. He wore it one time.
Let's go back. All
You
right.
haven't worn that again.
No, I haven't.
That was a dope jacket.
Ever since that one time. Well, I thought he had the matching pants too, and you were like, "What do you think
Yeah,
I am?"
I'm gonna come up here in like a
There's
warm
like
up
a
outfit.
yeah.
I'm gonna do some layups.
He's gonna
yeah.
dunk on us.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll dunk on your ass. January 21st.
Okay, just like
January
kinda secretly sneak that
21st.
in.
Wow.
2010. Did you know LA Lakers forward Kobe Bryant became the youngest NBA player to reach 25,000 career points at 31 years, 151 days. He beat Wilt Chamberlain by 35 days.
Nice, Kobe.
The late great Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, awesome.
Did you know that January 21st, 2019, Golden State guard Klay Thompson set an NBA record by making his first 10 attempts from the three-point line. As the Warriors beat LA 130-111, he scored 44 points that game.
Klay Thompson can shoot the rock.
And it's sad. I'm not a Golden State fan, but it's sad that dude's not out there.
I know. He was getting.
That dude's got
he
some
tore
bad
his
luck.
Achilles.
Whatever,
man.
dude.
Damn.
Oh,
Lauren does
woo.
not like Klay Thompson.
No.
January
Let it down.
21st, 1990. Did you know John McEnroe became the first ever player to be expelled from the Australian Open? That dude acted
How?
up so bad they just told him,
Wow.
don't come back.
Ow.
There's an
I
interesting.
mean, just
What
from
did he
doing
do?
his thing.
there's an interesting tennis story out right now.
Playing the dude disguised as another dude.
Oh man.
What movie
Spent
is that
some time.
from?
You don't know what that's
wow.
from? Tropic Thunder, man.
Oh.
You need to get out more.
That's old.
No, it's old-ish.
Continue.
There's an interesting tennis story out right now about there's a player that got pissed off that some of the high-profile tennis players are being kept in a nice resort while the low-profile. This guy quit the other day on the tennis court playing Djokovic.
Yeah.
Just walked off, saying screw you because they have nice amenities and facilities for them, but this guy's staying 200 miles away in a hostel. So it's an interesting tennis story.
He should be better at tennis.
Yeah, keep it
Yeah.
keep it tennis in the news.
Yikes, spikes.
January
guy.
21st, 1992. Did you know Bill Cowher became the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, becoming only the second head coach of the team since 1970? That's what's crazy about the Steelers. Since 1970, they've had 3 head coaches.
Wow.
Think about that.
Tenure.
Talk about conservative. I thought the Texans were conservative.
Absolutely. But I've read that he may have. So I'm going to run through these real quick because this is you've had championship games, of course, on this date back in history. 2007, you had the AFC, NFC. That was Indianapolis Colts beating the New England Patriots. That was Peyton Manning's first trip to the Super Bowl and his first Super Bowl win. They ended up beating the Chicago Bears, who beat the New Orleans Saints at Soldier Field. That was 2007. 2018, NFC, Philadelphia beat Minnesota. They met New England in the Super Bowl, and of course we know what happened. Philadelphia beat New England with that little 4th and goal play that they did. So,
Doug Peterson.
yep. So that was it, and you kind of hit on it earlier. So thank you for doing
Man,
that.
what has happened to Philadelphia?
It's great. I love it.
I mean,
right,
I know
Johnny?
you do.
Right, Johnny? It's awesome. I love seeing Philadelphia fail.
Okay, well then I'll go a step further. What has happened to the NFC East?
Well, that's
Oh,
another story.
shoot. I mean,
But today I will
Shoot.
say, you already said it, Lauren, so thank you for stealing part of what I was going to do. Today is Hakeem Olajuwon's birthday. He was born in 1963 in
you're
Lagos,
not even happy
Nigeria.
about it.
Not
I don't want to
necessarily.
hear you.
And then today's the great
Look, hold
Jack
on.
Nicklaus' birthday.
There's been 5 quadruple doubles in NBA history. Hakeem Olajuwon has 2.
Who
There
has
you go.
the other ones?
I don't know.
One of them's David Robinson.
I know David has 1. I'm assuming maybe Oscar Robertson
I don't know.
or
Maybe
Wilt
I can find
Chamberlain.
that out.
Yeah, you just
But
I
today's-
don't have a computer. I
But
just
today's
you know.
Jack Nicklaus' birthday, the great Jack
Oh
Nicklaus.
yeah. Yep. I read some stats on him today. Still probably the GOAT. I love Tiger Woods. Everybody knows that, but probably the GOAT. Speaking of Tiger Woods.
Good transition.
Go ahead.
but yeah, that's it. I'm done. That's all. Now you're up to date.
Speaking of Tiger Woods, now I didn't get a chance to watch the second part yet today, but the documentary that's out on HBO about Tiger Woods is very interesting and not what you would expect from all the praise that Tiger Woods gets. It's a different way to look at Tiger Woods and the way his life went.
Yeah, I've watched both parts. I watched the first and the second part. I don't like the way they treat Tiger in this.
I don't either, man. It is brutal.
Tiger deserves his. He deserves to be criticized. He did some things in his life that he shouldn't have done. But man, the way that they go, like they almost do this documentary to completely embarrass Tiger
Yeah,
Woods.
the first part was embarrassing as shit to his dad.
You haven't seen the second part.
I know, and you told me the second part's even worse about him, which I've seen the previews to it, and I'm a massive Tiger Woods fan, and he deserves a lot of praise for his accomplishments on the course. But this goes into his personal life, and really, his ex-girlfriends are on there, like from college and everything. I mean, there's some people, they have letters, like he wrote a letter to his ex-girlfriend, basically saying, "I'll never want to see you again." And it's signed Tiger. She shows the letter. That's just rude.
Well, and one of the guys that they interviewed that's a journalist is the guy who's the former editor of National Enquirer.
I mean, okay.
And the dude had way too much fun talking shit about Tiger. Like,
I haven't seen the second part.
It
but
must have been
excited.
really easy for these guys.
well, but the other thing, I think they should have had 3 parts because, man, they spent a snippet on him coming back. And we've talked
That
about it,
was
Jeff and I
huge.
have. Him winning the Masters is one of the greatest sports accomplishments in the history of sports, in my opinion.
One of the greatest comebacks ever. Until Alex Smith just did what he did, probably one of the greatest comebacks ever.
But Tiger doing that Masters win was improbable.
Yeah,
improbable.
I just want to know, Grant, when you have the time to watch these documentaries, because you got a full-time job, your full-time husband,
That's
and
why
daddy.
I stay up. That's why I stay up till
And
like
you do
midnight.
the show.
That's why I stay up till like midnight.
Oh, I didn't know this,
Midnight,
so I
1
can
o'clock.
text you and call you till midnight.
Well, no, because
Me
I ignore
neither.
you.
I
ignore
know.
you
I
at that
thought
point.
Guess I need
like
something.
you go home, you go to sleep, and that's it.
Hey, just so you know, the quadruple doubles in history, there's 5 of them. Nate Thurman, Alvin Robertson, Hakeem Twice, and David Robinson.
There you go.
All right, let's drop the mic.
Drop the mic. Astros talk. We talked about George Springer earlier.
Oh, yay.
A little bit more about the Astros. Michael Brantley, who I said when the season was over was going to be the biggest signing of the offseason for the Astros because I knew George Springer was leaving. Yesterday was reported that he was going to Toronto. I already posted it on Sports with Balls, on our Facebook, everything. I was super upset. Turns out 3 hours later, they come back. I guess he wasn't happy with something. The Astros signed him to a 2-year deal. Huge signing for the Astros.
Yeah.
This guy in the middle of the lineup is consistent. He's clutch and going to be one of our key runs to another World Series championship.
There we go. Okay, hot take because of Michael Brantley. Okay.
How's that a hot take?
World Series.
He said he's
Going
the
to
key in going
and,
to the
you
World
know, a lot of
Series
people-
next year.
Oh,
The World
okay.
Astros went to the World
This year.
Series in 2005 and 2017 and 2019. Almost made it in 2018, right? So
Right.
we've been to 2 World Series. Sorry, they almost made it in 2019. So I don't know why
Almost
people
only
think
counts
that.
in hand grenades.
I don't know why
Hand
people
grenades,
think the
no
Astros are not a good team. Like I can't understand that. Any franchise would love to have that. Any organization would love
What do
to
you
have
mean the
that
Astros
many.
did? They played the Nationals in 2019.
Yeah,
It was 2020.
2020.
It's confusing. It's
Yeah.
January 2021.
So I've got a lot of feedback on our Sports with Balls page about the Astros are done. I'm like, are you kidding? Have you seen our lineup? It's ridiculous. And our pitching staff is phenomenal. Obviously, massive Astros fan. I'm going to be biased, but they will be back in the World Series hunt this year. And Verlander will be back before the playoffs as what he's stretching into now. So that
right.
should be good. Grant and I talked about it a little bit before the show. The Tennessee Volunteers football team is in massive shit. And this is, every one of their players is entering a transfer portal in college. And unfortunately, that program is going down.
That sucks.
Bad. Like SMU style.
Well, I want to know what you were talking about as far as what these allegations were and what was reported that they did. You mentioned something about McDonald's earlier, stealing money, different allegations.
They were
So
putting
break
money
it
in
down.
McDonald's bags, basically.
So like they would have recruits and they'd give them, I guess, food. They'd give them McDonald's bags with cash in it, basically, is what they did. But the thing about it, though, is if you're going to cheat, at least win.
Yeah, right. If you're going to get recruits, pay you obviously didn't pay enough.
Yeah.
If you're going to cheat, win like New England.
Well,
Show me the
I
money.
mean,
Deflate
that was a shot across the bow right there, New England Patriots fans.
Ah.
Which I'm sure there aren't anybody listening that's a Patriots fan. But if you are,
What's funny is
Let
there
Lauren know.
were Patriots fans, right? And now that Tom Brady's gone,
Now they've gone.
There's no Patriots fans.
they're all Buccaneers
like
fans
what happened?
now.
So my buddy Patrick, Big P, massive Patriots all the way. Patriots best team that ever played football. Best organization ever.
Yeah.
Brady leaves, no Patriots fan.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Is he a Lakers
So you were
fan,
Tom
too?
Brady's fan.
Is he a
No,
Lakers
he was a
fan?
Spurs fan.
Dodgers fan?
Well, no, they were fans because they were winning.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what it
he
was.
is a Dodgers fan.
Yeah, of
Spurs,
course.
Dodgers,
Of course he is.
Patriots. And I was like, dude, okay. And he's like, I'm sorry, I just like winners. I'm like, okay. So when they change, now what are you, a Bucks fan now?
Yeah.
All right, so break down this Tennessee news.
But
Well,
yeah,
they
I
were
mean,
cheating.
like you said, they haven't come out with a lot of details, and of
Yeah,
course,
this is breaking. This just came out a couple of days ago, and they're gathering information about this. But
Developing
7 starting players have already starting offensive players have already entered the transfer portal. Like
Yes.
they're gone.
well, if you're a player, why would you even want to go there?
Yeah.
Well, and here's the other question: why would you, if you're a head coach, why would you even go want that job?
They're
going to
get the hammer. They're going to get the hammer,
absolutely.
and they're going to
To
lose
clean
everything.
up a bunch of mess.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be big. I think.
Hire Bill O'Brien.
I don't. Yeah. I don't,
Sorry, he's at Alabama now.
But it was so
SEC?
what I was telling y'all earlier. So Chancellor Donde Plowman from Tennessee basically said that there was a failure to promote and maintain an atmosphere of compliance. And in college football, compliance is a
PR.
big word.
Good job, PR.
One of these days, I am really gonna let you teach that guy a lesson.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank a couple
Johnny's
of
trying
people.
out all of his spies. He's trying out all the buttons. I love
Again.
all
Well,
of
I
them.
wanted to go.
Let's go.
I wanted to go back to your Astros comment because you went on
You
to
got something.
Tennessee.
You
and
got something on your lip.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, right here. Good. Done.
Okay. Thank you, Grant.
I mean, you could keep going with it on there. So yeah, my bad. I'll take it back.
All right. No, all good. I
What?
lost
Astros.
my train of thought.
Astros.
But
Astros.
you did that on purpose.
No, for real, you did. I was gonna help you out. My
Oh,
bad.
Poop butt.
Astros.
So the Astros, as far as acquirements and who is gone, now they've also signed 2 guys to the bullpen, and I know pitching has been a huge issue for the team. People on here were asking earlier in the show when I brought up George Springer and what's hot, like how far they think they're going to go with the Astros. I can't remember the exact questions, but just basically what is coming next for the Astros? What other positions do you think the Astros need to fulfill?
They got I hope they sign Alexis D. Well, we'll see. They need another outfielder because Springer is gone, and we did get the guy Dominican Republic, but he's not. He's going to start off in AAA or AA, whichever one, and it's going to take a minute for him to get back up.
What's exciting?
We have Tucker. You know, Tucker will play out there, but he's going to be every day now. We'll see if he can stay healthy, and hopefully he puts on some weight because Tucker's tiny. So if he can put on some muscle, I mean, he came on at the end of the year last year and was playing good, but the pressure kind of got to him, and he obviously didn't play that well in the playoffs.
He is the reason why they got to the playoffs.
Tucker's good, so and he's fast. But we'll have Alvarez back, but he's a DH. He's not an everyday outfielder. The pitching is still going to be phenomenal. So the Astros have a lot. You'll see they released a lot with Springer, so they can sign a couple of guys. And we're making room, obviously, for Correa. They want to keep Correa. They want to keep Altuve. They want to keep Bregman, who's signed to $100 million. Springer had to go, and Brantley they just signed, so they've got the core that they need.
I don't think Correa wants to leave.
I doubt it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But, hey, before we get out of here, I want to thank Christian's Tailgate. We're over here. They got a big party tonight, so if you guys want to come up here and
Yeah, Jeff's going to be partying with the frat boys.
frat party, college night. But
see some
want to say
trickling in.
thank you to Smarter Mortgage and David Carrier there, man. Call him at 281-650-0648. Mention SWB and get a free quote ASAP. Call today to secure tomorrow.
There you go.
Ooh, that was nice.
That was
very
a good one.
professional. I like
Sway it in there with your hands. Vincent, I always love to say that. We need a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
Yeah.
All right. And, of course, we got to thank our guy, Roy Stanton and Hybrid Technologies Group, because they'll take care of your phone services, your cable services, your cloud services, your surveillance cameras, on and on and on and on. Mention Sports with Balls when you give them a call at 832-336-1201. That's Hybrid Technologies Group. Mention Sports with Balls, and you'll get a discount.
Hey, before you go, Garrett's here, right? And remember he said next time he was
Where?
here that beers are on him?
Oh, yes. That's
okay,
right.
I'm not forgetting that.
Yep.
He's here.
Beer.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Come up, get your free beer.
Oh, my. You act like you just saw him for the first time in like
He
He
weeks.
just flew in.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Awesome.
He almost,
Congratulations,
like
Garrett.
a couple hours.
Garrett is here, everybody.
Garrett didn't even go
Hey,
home. Came
hey,
straight
everybody.
to this. Thank you for coming to watch
Garrett's
the show,
here.
Garrett.
Garrett's here.
How did you know that?
I'm perceptive.
Garrett and I are going to talk about UT for about 30 minutes.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't hate. Don't hate on the UT Longhorns. We want to thank Construction Concepts also. 713-589-2682 if you want to build something. Yes.
Joe Applewhite Realty, 713-291-5270. We've got a huge Super Bowl show coming up for you guys. We're going to find out who wins the Super Bowl on Sunday, and then we'll have a massive show for you Monday evening at Christian's Tailgate on Kirby. So join us over there at 7 p.m. on Monday for that one. But until then, good luck this weekend to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers.
And the Buffalo Bills.
Whatever. I'm taking Packers and the Chiefs.
He's taking Bucks.
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
Were you going to give a little nugget there?
You finally put out your okay, so you said Bills? Shit.
No, I didn't say that. I said good luck to them.
No,
They're going to need it.
All right, we'll see what happens.
You're great at like towing the line. I like it. You're good at that. Don't make a choice. Just toe that line. I like it. It's a good job.
I thought you were going to say something.
Did you have your closing comments?
Something to sit on.
My closing comment is that everything is awesome.
All right, y'all. But thank y'all for watching Sports with Balls and the cat over here, Lauren Leal and Grant Miles. I am Jeff Michael. Man, we'll see you guys Monday evening, 7 p.m. Have fun watching the games tonight. Or Sunday. Later.
Meow.
Jump in my 6'4" and let the top dine. Trunk hitting hard when I swing through H-time. Cup full of oil and an orange kush sweet. Cause this is how we do it in that 713. My candy red paint cocked up on foe. Shocking and body rocking cause the south side ho. DJ